hello out there, brothers and sisters. Come on in. Got a good show for you tonight. Come on in. You're going to enjoy this show tonight. Come on in. I was looking forward, not only was I looking forward, I am looking forward to present this particular content for you tonight. So you sisters, it's something that you really need to understand about the thought processes of a man. I'm going to give some more brothers and some more sisters the opportunity to come in and have a seat close to the front so you can get this content. It will help you as far as enhancing your relationship, because you really need to know about this particular topic, especially you sisters, what I'm about to get into. And some of you brothers, you need to listen too, because you playing a part in this particular topic that I'm going to expound but not explain to you all tonight. So I just want you all to get ready, get comfortable so we can get into the show. How you doing, Sister Flo? How you doing? I see you, John Hancock down there. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Come on in. We're about to get to it shortly. We're going to let a few more brothers and sisters come in, and then I'm going to jump right into the content. I guarantee you, you're going to be able to get something out of this show tonight. My brothers and my sisters, come on in. How you doing out there, brothers? How you doing out there, sisters? I hope that you all had a good day, because we're about to jump into this particular topic tonight. How you doing, Sister Twilo Robertson? How you doing? You all get a bag of popcorn and some soda, courtesy of Sister Flo Harvey Martin. Go ahead. For those of you that this might be your first time watching this content, my name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships pertaining to that of a man and a woman that should be serious, committed, and moving towards a covenant relationship from a biblical perspective. And when I said biblical, God had a unique relationship with the man Adam, and then he had a unique relationship with the woman Eve separately. He had a unique relationship. Then he brought both of them together. And at that point, the man Adam proclaimed, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I should call her woman because she came from man. There it is, my brother and sister at the bottom. Go ahead and get you a bag of popcorn and soda. Again, thank you so much, Sister Flo Harvey Martin, for adding this to the show, because we got a good show tonight, my brothers. We got a good show tonight, my sisters. Now, for those of you that do not believe in the concept of a man and woman relationship, you can believe and do whatever you choose to do. You got a free will. But I encourage you to stay in and get something out of this content tonight when I talk about the relationship between a man and a woman. With that said, my brothers, with that said, my sisters, tonight's topic is how a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. Again, you know I normally repeat things in threes, right? So I got two more times. How a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. You got to listen to this, my brothers. You got to listen to this, my sister. Especially you, my sister. Listen up. Don't hear me, but listen. How you doing, Sister Cheryl Smith? How a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. I know this particular topic, people have various opinions on when a man should approach a woman to get married, or now they got it where some women ask the men to get married, but I really don't get up on a woman asking a man to marry her. It's not about tradition. It basically that a man's supposed to be the head and leader, so he should take the role of opening this idea of a relationship to a woman. Those of you that are coming in, come on in so you can get this content, how a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. Now, my brother, now my sister, this topic is about to address something definite, and it's not no beat down on my brothers. So don't think this is not no beat down on my brothers. And sisters, don't think I'm just gonna be disrespectful to you, but this particular topic, some brothers are not going to like what I'm going to say. And then, as a matter of fact, there are going to be some sisters that might not like what I say. But as you know, my brother and sister, I come to you in the spirit of love. It's not about light. It's about the spirit of love. So I can help you, my brothers and sisters, so that you won't touch that stove and find out that it's hot. I have touched it for you, and some brothers and sisters that I have talked to, they have touched it for you. Don't go down the road, brother and sister, and make an error. But for today, we're going to talk about this particular topic, and I'm going to provide for you some information. As it is written in 1 Corinthians 13:11. Again, as it is written in 1 Corinthians 13:11. Listen carefully, my brothers. How you doing, Sister Pamela? Paul the apostle said, and he was inspired by the Holy Spirit, when I was a child, I spat or spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And that's what Paul said. When I was a child, I used to speak as a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. You understand that, brother? So when you are mature, brother, you got to get from thinking like a child, and you got to become a mature man. Not based on your age or your physique. You got to come to the point where you start thinking like a man. And when I say thinking like a man, I'm not talking about a worldly man. I'm talking about a man that led by the Spirit of God. Now, question. How many of you brothers out there have been in a relationship with a woman for at least 1 year, but you haven't even brought up the topic of marrying this woman, or you're not married to her? And I'm being very generous when I say 1 year. Again, my brothers, how many of you are in a relationship with a woman? You have not brought up the topic about being married to her, or for some reason you stand away from it. She ain't even bringing it up. She wondering when you're going to bring it up. Okay? And remember the question now, how a woman can know that he's ready, that's the man, he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. Now, my sisters, check this out. Sister, those of you that desire to be in a relationship, but you aren't in a relationship, I'm speaking and listen up, my sister. Those of you that desire to be in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. Now, here is a statement, and here is a question for some of the sisters that are in a relationship, and it's not too complex, so don't get all into your feelings. Because remember, I said it's going to be some things that some sisters not going to like tonight, possibly, and there's going to be some things that some brothers not going to like, but I got to address it. You sisters that are in a relationship and you feel, not think, but you feel that you are in a serious and committed relationship, but it isn't a covenant relationship, which means it's a boundary relationship before God. And if you look at it from a world standpoint, it's not documented, okay? So I'm speaking to some of you sisters. Have it ever crossed your mind, sister, when this man that you're in a relationship with and you gone past a year and he haven't even planned on marrying you, and this is a short period of time? It's like some of you sisters that are in a relationship with a man and they've been going beyond a year. It's like you're on a track field. Just think about it. It's like you're on a track field, but you aren't even getting close to the finish line because this man had either erased the finish line or he keep moving the finish line. You understand? He have either erased it or he keep moving it. And some of you sisters right now that been in a relationship with a man over a year, a lot of time as the relationship advanced, the likelihood of getting married, it start reducing. Not saying that it can't happen, because there are cases where a relationship go beyond 1 year and it happens. Look at Sister Cheryl, what she put down there. Now, some of you sisters that are in a relationship with a man and you've been in there for going on beyond a year, I know some of you feel like you in a marathon, don't you? You feel like you're in a marathon and it's been for years and years without even a wedding ring. And if you get a wedding ring, he puts it on your finger and it's called a shut-up ring, which means that some of you have flashed this particular ring in front of your family, in front of your friends, on social media, but this guy had no desire to marry you. And after he give you this ring, and as time go by, people wonder when you're going to actually get married, and you really don't have no date for him. And guess what they normally do, sister? Let me tell you what they normally do. They talk about you behind your back. Believe it or not, some of your family, some of your friends, some of your co-workers, after you flash this ring in front of them, they start talking about you. That's right, Sister Pamela. It's called gaslighting. This man have gaslighted your head, and you still don't know. But you're running this marathon, and if you know the track, marathon is this long type of race. But at least when it's a marathon, you got a line. But some of these guys, sister, they keep erasing the line, or they keep moving it on you. Now, some of you sisters are not being heartless. Understand, I'm not being harsh, but I'm trying to be realistic with some of you sisters that keep allowing these guys to keep you like a yo-yo, and they won't really get into the covenant thing. And I know some men say, well, you don't have to have no paper to marry. That's how some guys say it. We don't need no paper. You know what? It depends on the culture and stuff, but you living in the United States of America. And even God himself wants you to go by the laws of the land unless it violates his law. So if you're in the United States of America and they're not violating the Lord's law, you, brother, depending on what state you are, you need to get it legalized, okay? And in just a few states that they recognize common law. But some of you brothers, you're going to have to step up to the plate and not put one of these shut-up rings on a sister. Now, some of you sisters, some of you have been dreaming for a long time. You've been dreaming about getting married, but your dream is not really a dream. Let me correct what it is. It's a nightmare, and you don't even live on Elm Street. You are involved with a guy that got that that Freddy Krueger mentality. It's a nightmare, and that's what kind of guy you're in a relationship with. That's right, you're in a relationship with Freddy Krueger, and it's a nightmare on Elm Street, and this guy is not planning on marrying you. This is a wake-up call, what I'm about to expound to you, my brother, and what I'm about to expound to you, my sister. I need for you, sister, to really, really listen up, because I want to help you to recognize some things, okay? Now, being in a relationship, believe this or not, my brother and sister, being in a relationship, it's not hard being in a relationship. Some people say that being in a relationship is hard. It's not hard being in a relationship, but you got to put in the work. If it's hard, it's not a really no relationship, because if it's something that you have a passion for, you going to work, and it's not going to be that strenuous, okay? So our relationship, you have to work, but it doesn't have to be hard work. Understand that, brother and sister? It doesn't have to be hard work. Now, how a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time? It's 3 parts I'm going to divide up for you, my brother and sister. First of all, I'm going to give you some signs of a man that isn't interested in marrying you, sisters. This is the first part I'm going to give you. Some signs of a man that is not interested in marrying you. And you really need to listen up. The second thing I'm going to present to you are some red flags, sister, that you need to be able to see. And the third part I'm going to give you are some signs that a man is interested in marrying you. So again, the first thing I'm going to give you when a man is not interested at all in marrying you. So you need to listen up. Secondly, some of you sisters, you avoid some red flags. And thirdly, some sign that a man is planning on marrying you within a year time. He's set to marry you. He's not going to let it go on and on and on like it's the ever-ready battery. Now, number one, here's some sign that a man isn't interested in marrying you, sisters, okay? Listen to me. Hopefully you're not in the category, but listen to me. You're going to get a sign, okay? Here's a sign. He say something like, let's just see where this goes. Have you, sister, been in a relationship or in a relationship with a man when he said, just let's see how this goes, and then it go on beyond a year? And I'm being generous, okay? When I say beyond, when I say 1 year. Have you, sister, listened or heard someone say, a man say, let's just see where this go? He's opening it up. He doesn't have no goals. He's not planning. He wanted to be open. He's dictating the relationship to you. And some of you, sister, allow for a man to put that over on you. Number two, he say something like, I've been hurt before, so therefore I'm not ready for a relationship. But he ready to do things as a man and a woman normally do, but he's still saying he hurt. So if he's hurt, you don't even need to get in a relationship with him anyway. He needs to heal himself. But some men, they want the cake and eat it too. So some of you sisters, you allow the man to do this. Sister Sherry said, my friend boyfriend said that. How you doing, Sister Diane? Sister Sherry, so it's true. So, Sister Diane, you just coming in. I'm giving some signs of when a man is not interested in marrying you. Sister Flo said, let's see how the chip, let's see how the chip fall. That's right, Sister Flo. Some guys say that too. That's part of let's see how far it goes, and I've been hurt. Number three, he say that he's serious and committed to you, and he will give you a shut up ring, which is disguised as a married ring, but he has no intent of marrying you, and it goes on beyond 1 year. And as I say, I'm being generous. He could give you a ring. You could flash it in front of your family, your friend, your coworker, Facebook, and it goes on, and they wonder when you're going to get married. He will not set a date with you. He will not set a date. It's always going to be an excuse. He's not planning on marrying you. Number four, you live together with him beyond 1 year. You are living together beyond 1 year. And he will not even talk to you about marriage. He like it just the way it is. He don't even want you to bring it up. If you bring it up, he's going to change the subject. And this go on beyond 1 year. You understand? This go on beyond 1 year. Sisters, I'm talking about some guys, and some of you brothers, you have done it to some of the sisters, okay? I know some of you brothers are going to get angry, but I'm just telling you how it is, okay? And another thing, sisters, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, sister. If another woman tell you, listen to me carefully, sister. If another woman tell you, this is how a man, this is how you could tell whether a man going to marry you within a short period of time, no woman cannot tell you that. So be very leery when a woman tell you, I can tell you when a man going to marry in a short period of time. She can't base it off her experience. I'm talking to you because I'm a man. Mr. Steve Harvey had a book out years ago, and you all recognize that book. It said, think like a man and act like a woman. You can't think like a man. Only a man can give you this type of information from a man's standpoint of view. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something, sisters. This is not my opinion. I talked to, on this particular topic, my sisters, I talked to several guys on this before I present it to you. And I'm going to tell you what they said when I get close to the end. But most were in agreement with what I'm telling you, my sisters, okay? Most of them was in agreement. We know some things, and I'm going to tell you some things, what they say. How you doing, Sister Wallace, okay? Number 5, when you could tell that a man is not interested in marrying you. He will address you in front of other people, and he won't use the title as my fiance. He will call you everything else, but he ain't even got to the stage of calling you his fiance. When this man call you his fiance, this means that you all technically should have a marriage date in mind. You should have a marriage date in mind. If you don't, why buy the cow when you could get the milk free? If you have a barn and you have a cow there, why go to the store and buy a gallon of milk? Some of you sisters, you are in this situation and you allow this guy to call you his girlfriend, his boo, or what, all that kind of stuff, but he's not giving you the title of fiance. There's no title. There's no date set to marry you. Number 6, he talks so many sweet nothings to you. That's what he does. He talk a lot of sweet nothings to you, and he keep having sex with you because he using all these sweet nothings to you, and he leave you hanging on a string, and this go beyond 1 year. But he good to go when it comes to sex, but he will not get married to you. Let me tell you something, sister, when it comes to a man. If a man would like to get something like, let me see, we talk about a marriage license, okay? Marriage certificate. These are legal documents mostly in every state. When a man really wants to drive, if a man want to drive a car, guess what he's going to do? He's going to make an aggressive move to get his driver's license. He's going to make a very aggressive move. He's going to try to learn how to drive. He's going to study for the test, and he got to do the test driving to get his license so he can drive, right? If a man wants a gun, if he wants a gun permit, what is he going to do? He's going to do what he needs to do to get certified and get a certificate. If he wants to be a police officer or whatever, he's going to do what it takes to get the certificate. If he wants to go to college to get an education, he's going to do whatever it takes to get that paper in the end. So my sister, answer this question. Why he will not get this paper with his name and your name on it? Why he will not do it? Don't go for the crap that he's scared that he's you going to divorce, rape him, and all that kind of stuff. This man, he might say he's serious. He might say that he's committed, but he's not going to do it. And I'm telling you, some of you brothers and sisters coming in, tonight's topic is how a woman can tell that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. And as I said, some of you brothers going to get upset with what I'm saying, and some of you sisters going to get upset, but I'm not taking no sides. I'm just telling you how it is. Now, how a woman can know he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. Sister, this is directed directly to you. Here are some red flags that some of you sisters, not all of you, fail to see. This is some red flag. And let me tell you this, some of you sisters, you're going to have to put this part out playing the victim. Tonight, you're going to stop playing the victim, okay? Stop playing the victim and talk about he did this or he didn't do this. Tonight, you're going to stop it because I'm telling you some things that you need to look for, and here go some red flags. Number 1, some of you sisters, you don't even love yourselves. You don't love yourselves. You don't even have a standard of how a man's supposed to treat you. You lower your standards. And who's guilty? Some of you are guilty because you lower your standard. And when you lower your standard, you let this man gaslight you. So how you going to play the victim in the end and this man don't marry you and it go beyond a year? Tell me that. I'm going to answer that question. How long does it take? Hold on. I'm going to get to it. Number 2, some of you, not all of you, you think that by playing the role of a wife, he will marry you. Just because you play the role of a wife, you make his lunch, you go over to his house and clean up, wash his clothes and all that wifey stuff. That doesn't mean he's going to marry you. Some of you, not all of you, right now you playing the role of a wife. And this man don't have no intent on marrying you. Number 3, some of you, and I'm about to step on some toes now, some of you think that if you have sex with him, that's going to change his mind. That you can get that man as much sex as you want to. There's no guarantee that he's gonna marry you, but you can keep on giving him the sex. That's not no guarantee. Some of you sisters, you up in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you giving it away to a certain man. You have narrowed down to a certain man, but he still won't marry you. You think you got the best between your legs. That's what you think. Because you allowed that man to tell you the best I ever had. Let me tell you, sister, something. Most of the time, most guys, I'm not saying all guys that have sex with women, they more than likely going to tell that woman at that particular time, you the best I ever had. Yeah, at that particular time, and your head begin gaslighted. And you think you got the world best, don't you? But he just gaslighting you. Some of you, not all of you, you think that if you have a child by the man, you think that if you have a child by the man, he would marry you. Just because you have a child by a man, more than likely he's going to get on his skates or whatever, and he's going to go in the opposite direction. If you north, he's going to go south. If you east, he's going to go west. So some of you sisters, and some of you up in age, and you knew what you was doing. You went ahead. At first, you were trying to keep yourself, and you didn't want no children, right? But you thought that he was getting away. So what did you do? I'm going to stop taking my birth control. I'm going to tell him, you need to take that prophylactic or rubber off because I want to feel what's real. And I know your name ain't Holyfield, but I want to feel what's real. And so you let this man think that you're taking birth control. But let me tell you this, brothers. Anytime a woman is able to have sex and she have a menstruation and everything is okay, she didn't have that little operation or nothing like that, and she could get pregnant. Some women would tell you this, brothers, that when you ask them, are you taking some type of birth control pill? Some of them would say, well, no, I ain't got to take no birth control pill because I ain't got pregnant yet. You know what? You're playing Russian roulette with some of these women. And if you know about the game of Russian roulette, you put one bullet in that chamber and you spin it and you shoot. And if that bullet come out, you could be the one that one bullet hit. You understand? You could be the one that one bullet hit. Number 5, some of you think that if you take care of him and put him on his feet, he's staying with his mama. He's staying with other guys. He's staying with a woman. Don't have a job. Don't have no gusto. Don't have no plan. Don't have no future. He could be 40 and 50 years old, and you got yourself together, and you let him move in with you, and he's saying, I'm trying to get myself together. When he get with you, he ain't trying to do nothing. But you think if you could save him, you think if you throw that little Ralph out there, and you think if you save him and give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, that he's going to reform. And he's going to get better. If a man, he's going to make sure he have himself together before he even think about marrying a woman. So some of you sisters, you're going to have to stop playing like you the victim, because some of you allowed to happen to yourselves. And you think that this man going to marry you, but guess what, some of you sisters, I'm about to touch some toes now. Some of you get the man, let's say that he does decide to get better, and he coming to his own. Then, guess what he do? I'm about to step on some toes. And then he go and marry somebody else. He get himself together while he's with you, and he go marry someone else. And then you want to go tell your family, you want to go tell your friends, your co-worker, and put it on social media, and you play the victim. And you seen it coming, but you played the victim. And he married someone else. And I know a lot of you some of you have been through this before. It have happened to some of you firsthand. And if it haven't happened to you firsthand, you have heard of some story where this woman said she done put all this time into this guy. And They break up or something, and then within a short period of time, he married another woman. You know why he married another woman? Because you ignored the red flags. That's what happened. So stop playing the victim. Some of you sisters, you still playing the victim. Some of you are 30, 40, 50 years old going around and you hate men. You hate men because you allowed yourself to be played. Let me tell you something. When it comes to a relationship, my brothers and sisters and brothers, it's not no time to play. I have told you this before. When it comes to dating, you date with purpose. You don't date just to have no fun, just to waste time. Your time is precious, brothers. Your time is precious, sister. When you get there, if you go on a date, and some of you people, men and women, you don't want to talk about the serious thing on the date. You think that it's too early to talk about something. Let me tell you this. A while back, there was this lady that I took out to dinner, right? I took out to dinner, and I started asking her questions. You know why I started asking her questions? Because I did not want her to waste, I did not want to waste her time, and she definitely was not going to waste my time. Cheryl Smith said she invested in him. He got off scot-free. That's right. And Sister Flo said, Candace stay, I am a victim. That's right. I tell you, this one particular lady, I took her to this restaurant, a nice restaurant, okay? I'm not going to say what the restaurant was because, I'm not advertising, but it was a good restaurant, okay? This one particular. We got there, and I started asking this lady some questions, right? Keep in mind, I was not going to waste her time, and she was not, and vice versa, right? So when I would start inquiring about some things, I got to it, right? And she said, why are you asking me all these questions? And you know what? When she responded, why are you asking me all these questions? You know what my mind was? Cut. She was not even going to make the team. Because I need to know where her head was at. She's sitting there eating all my food, what I bought, but she don't want to tell me stuff, what I'm asking. Nope. And from that point on, she wanted to know what happened. That's right, Sister Pamela. You allow people to how to treat you. And you know what? She kept reaching out to me. And you know what? I was courteous to her, but it was not going to be no long talk because I looked at it like this. I tried to talk to her at the beginning and ask her some questions, but she thought she was going to mess with she thought she was going to string a long time. Your brother Tony didn't play that. So he went, she got cut from the team. So what am I saying? Sisters, when you sit down with a man, he needs to be the head and leader in a way of the relationship. Because I'm about to get to how you can tell whether a man is ready to marry you. By the way, I'm about to get to it now. How a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. I'm going to say this 3 times. And you need to let this penetrate through your mind, sister. And you too, brother, because you're supposed to be the head and leader of the relationship. Now, believe it or not, my brother and sister, believe it or not, a man knows within a short period of time whether he see you as a wife or not. Understand this again. A man knows within a short period of time whether you wifey to him, he could see you in his future or not. I'm gonna drill it into you strong this time. My volume about to go up. I'm probably gonna do like this. A man know within a short period of time whether or not he see you and you as a wife or not. There's not no middle ground. We men know within a short period of time where we're going to put you at. You allow us to either string you along or be straight with you. That goes by how you think about yourself. You got to be serious about yourself, sister. So at the end, if it don't come to pass, you cannot play the victim. I'm about to answer that shortly, Sister Twyla. Can it be within 2 months? Now, here are some signs that a man is ready to marry you, sister. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't hear me, listen. Number 1, if this man is a spiritual man, and this is very critical, if he's a spiritual driven man or he a worldly man. Worldly men are basically double-minded anyway. Worldly men are double-minded. It appears like they know what they're doing. They may have some stuff. They may have the word stuff. But if he's a worldly man, he's double-minded. He might seem like he's on point and stuff. He's double-minded. Now, a spiritual-driven man, he recognized that God brought you to him. He recognized this, meaning that he did not have to chase you. That's another thing. A spiritual-minded man is not chasing a woman. He don't even want a woman to chase him. He allowed God to do his work, and he allowed God to bring the woman into his life. And once he recognized God brought this woman into his life, he will be straight up with this woman on day 1. On day 1, not day 2, not day 3, he's going to be serious-minded so he could let this woman know his position so he can know her position. So again, he will not waste time. This man could see a future with the woman before he give her a ring. You understand? The ring is secondary. He's going to foresee this woman in his mind. I could see her being my wife. That's what he said. I could see her being my wife. Number 2, a man knows the first time he sees and talks to a woman because he have a preference of a certain type of woman. And we talk about how God does this thing now, okay? Men have preferences, like you sister have preferences. If this man is spiritual driven, he is going to have a preference. And if this man know his purpose in life, and this man have a good relationship with God, and he's following God, even though he's an imperfect man, God going to give this man the desires of his heart. You better believe he's going to give this man the desires of his heart. When this man look at you, he's going to see your spirit because he's spirit driven. He's not going to see you as no ghost, but he's going to see that you got a relationship with the Lord. He's going to see your soul because your spirit going to affect your soul. As I have told you, the soul is composed of the mind, the will, and the emotion. He's going to see your body. That's what he's going to see first anyway, basically. And this man, you got to get this understanding. He's not lusting after your body, but you got to be attractive. This man got to see you as, okay, if I invest my future into this lady, he got to find you attractive. I'm sorry for whatever happened. He got to find you as attractive. Because, let's talk real. This man got to see himself wanting to sleep with you instead of he got to go sleep with other women all the time. He wants to see you that you're going to stimulate his mind, you're going to stimulate his emotion, and you're going to stimulate his body. The worst thing that could happen, some of you sisters do it and some brothers do it, and I must say what some brothers and sisters do, and it's bad, but it's happened. Some of you sisters, when you have sex with a man, some of you even married, you think about another man that you had sex with in the past to give you pleasure. You close your eyes and you think about another man. And guess what? Some men do it too. If you ain't bringing it to him, he think about another woman probably that he had in his past. So sister, you think you're the only one that close your eyes and think about being with another man? Man, some men think that. So a man, a spiritual man, he's looking at his future with you. He's looking at your spirit, your soul, and your body. Number 3, this man will never push you away, especially when you're in public. If you go to And this is a test. Some of you that's dating somebody right now, try to grab his hand and see how quick he responds in public. This is just a little test. See how he move. Do he withdraw or something like that? Test him in public. Another thing, he will not be afraid to take pictures with you. Men that won't take pictures with you, it's something else going on. He don't mind if you on social media. He doesn't mind if you take a picture with him or he take a picture with you. He don't mind you posting pictures of you. Since a lot of you sisters like to post pictures, if this man really into you and you take a picture with him, it ain't got to just be in your house or in your pocketbook. He don't mind people know that you and him together. Test it. He would, and when you ain't got to test it. You ain't got to test it. Sometimes he'll grab your hand. Sometimes he'll take pictures of you and him. He'll hold up the phone. And you right here, he'll put his arm around you like that, and he'll smile, and both of y'all take pictures together. He's not ashamed of you. If a man ashamed of you, now I'm not saying this, he got to do it, but I'm talking about he'll be willing to do it. If that's how you want to roll, he'll roll that way. Number 4, he will make quality time with you. He will always make quality time for you. He's not going to put you on the back burner. You understand? He will not put you on the back burner. He's going to make sure that he make quality time. And he's going to make a lot of quality time for you. Only you. It's not going to be no children around. It's not going to be other people around. It's about you and him. Number 5, he will share his deepest dreams, his goals, and his hopes with you. And sometimes he will open you up to some of his fears and disappointment. Only men that are into you going to share that depth in them. Men that aren't in you, they're going to be shadow with you. They'll give you just breadcrumbs. Do you all know what breadcrumbs mean? Like, picture this, when you have some little birds and you get those bread and just throw them out of the You don't throw the whole loaf out there. You just breadcrumb. That's how some men are. If they're not into you, you're going to be breadcrumb. But for a man into you, he'll say, oh, here go the whole bread. Here go the whole loaf. Get it. He's not going to breadcrumb you. Number 6, he will constantly check on you to see if you're good. He's going to make sure that your needs are met. Before your wants, he's going to constantly be checking on you. He's going to call you up. Do you need anything? You good? You sure you don't need nothing? Do you want anything? He's going to do that kind of stuff. He's going to call you. He's going to text you. He's going to stay in constant contact with you. Now, he's not going to blow up your phone all the time, but he's going to stay in constant contact with you so you would know that you're the one. Number 7, he will point blank make an aggressive move to lock you down. What do I mean by that? He will make a point blank move in an aggressive manner to let you know that he want to lock you down. Remember I say, and I was being generous, most men, I ain't gonna say most men know where they want to be in a long-term relationship with you. Men know where they want to marry you. Let me tell you what, and I told you sister this several times. I done told some of you brothers, we put you in categories. We might not verbally tell you, but we put you in categories. And the categories, I'm going to tell you again, it's subtitles up under the main title. The main title is whether I see her as a wife or whether I don't see her as a wife. Up under the wife is permanent. It's some permanent thing. And these things that I'm listening to you, these are permanent. Okay? Now, up under the I don't see you as a wife, you're going to go into 2 subcategories. That's you temporary or you temporary long-term. I told you about the temporary. The temporary is I just want to sleep with you. That's all I see you as a piece of meat. I don't see you as nothing else. You bring no value to the relationship. All I want to do is get you on your back. Whenever we could hook up, that's all I want with you. We don't have no conversations. You don't interest me. What you talk about is stupid. That's how some men be taught. I don't want to hear all that extra stuff. I'm not interested in it. All I'm interested in is you getting on your back. Whenever we hook up, that's temporary. Now, temporary, long term, he might say he's serious. He might say he's committed, but he's not going to marry you. He will live with you. He will let you live with him, but he's not going to marry you. He's not interested in locking you down. And I'm not talking about locking you down from fear or you walking away. You're not the one. That's why some of you sisters right now while I'm talking, not all of you, but some of you sisters right now, you are living with a man. You're either living with him or he's living with you. And it's been over a year. And you wondering, is this man going to marry you or not? The chance of him marrying you grows less as time go by. Now, like I said, there are exceptions. Some people do be together for years and they get married. But the chance of him just living with you years and years, or you living with him, the chance is greatly reduced. Because like I said, why buy the cow when you could get the milk free? And I'm telling you, listen to me. Don't hear me. Don't let it go that long. This man know within a short period of time. Don't let no man gaslight you, sisters. And some of you brothers, stop gaslighting these sisters. I'm not siding with these sisters, okay, brother? I'm not siding with them. I'm not siding with you, but it is what it is. I talk about you brothers. I talk about you sisters, but depending on the content, I might lean more to the other, depending on the content. But sisters, this is another way you can know that a man really ready to marry you. You will know without a doubt, and you won't have to ask him when he's planning on getting married. He's going to ask you, or he's going to tell you. And you know my story. I did not ask Cinderella. I told her when we were going to get married. Now, I asked her when we were planning on marrying within a year time, because I knew she was going to be the one. And we had planned it within a year. But I started thinking, in short term, because I said, she got some good qualities. That's what I said. And if you all remember the story of Cinderella and I told you I prayed to God. And I asked God, I said, God, I want a woman to follow me. Even though I'm not perfect, I want a woman to follow me. Dating a series of women, right? I was about to settle. But when she told me verbally what I had prayed to God, and you all know the story, some of you, she said, Tony, I want to follow you. I didn't coerce her, or I did not mention that. But when she said, I want to follow you, that's what I had prayed for like 5 or 6 years before I met her. And when she said that confirmed it. God answered my prayer. She verbally told me. She didn't know what she was doing at that time fully. She was thinking that she wanted a relationship with me and she would follow me. That's what she was thinking. But I seen deeper into it. I seen where God answered my prayer, because this woman verbally said, I want to follow you. Let me tell you this. I have been married before. It failed, but I'm not a failure. And I have told you all this before. What caused the divorce? I did not go to God asking God guidance on it. I don't blame the woman. I don't do that. I blame myself, because I was the man. I should have went to God. But this particular time around, I prayed to God and he answered my prayer, because I said, God knows it all. God gonna pick the right woman for me. He was not going to pick a perfect woman. He was going to pick the right woman. Understand? How you doing, Jan? So This man gonna know what you, sister, will know without a doubt. Without a doubt. You're not gonna have to ask him when do you want to get married. I'm talking about when you're into the relationship. You're not gonna have to say when you want to get married. Are you thinking about getting married? No. He's going to bring it up, and he's gonna make an aggressive move. Before I go out, those of you that came in, tonight's topic, how a woman can know that he's ready to marry her within a short period of time. As I stated, we men, we know whether or not we want to marry you, okay? We know. So whatever man tell you, and this is what I said earlier, here go some signs, and I'm going to condense things and move through them quickly. Sign that a man isn't interested in marrying you. He would say things like, just let's see where this goes. He would say things like, I've been hurt. I need some time. But he don't need no time to do other things with you. He would say that he would be serious and committed to you, but he would give you a shut up ring, but had no intent of marrying you within a year's time. And I'm being generous. He would live with you beyond 1 year, or you would live with him, and he would not talk about marriage beyond a year. If he married, and ain't no such thing as I got to learn so much about you and you got to learn so much about me. Nah. That's a cop-out. That's an excuse. He will address other people as you, his girlfriend, his friend, his boo, but you're not his fiance. Fiance, you're engaged, you got a date, you're going to do it. He would talk sweet nothing to you to keep having sex with you, and he would leave you hanging like a yo-yo. He would keep throwing you in and out over a year. Also, sister, I told you don't play the victim, right? I said don't play the victim, and this is how some of you sisters play the victim. You don't love yourself, you bring your standards down. And he jump in on it because you bring your standards down. You have standards, but you bring them down. That's on you. Some of you think that if you play the role of a wife, he will marry you, but he doesn't. Because you playing a role instead of being a wife. You shouldn't give this man wifely things. He's not your husband. You're not obligated to him. You're playing. Some of you think that if you have sex with a man, he's going to change his mind. Keep doing it. Keep giving him all the sex you want. Keep letting him tell you you're the best he ever had. Yeah, you're the best he ever had at that particular time. But he done told other women that you're the best I ever had. To blow their heads up, gaslighting. Some of you think that if you have a child, he's going to marry you. Wrong. He run in the other direction. Far away. Because he's seen the trap. You told him that you can't get pregnant. But anytime you have sex and a woman can have a menstruation, it's a possibility. Nope, you played Russian roulette. Nope, you set it up. You knew exactly what you were doing. He had a rubber on. You went and turkey basted. You know what turkey base means? Turkey base is, those little turkey base that you use getting your Thanksgiving turkey. Nope. You got that little thing, and when he wasn't looking, his sperms were in the rubber, and you withdrew that stuff out, and then you insert it into yourself. Some of you women do stuff like that. Let's be real. Some of you do it, then you get pregnant. Some of you, not all of you. Some of you think that if you take care of him until he get himself together, he would do it. He get himself together. Then he starts some kind of stupid argument, or he was looking for a way out the relationship. Then he go and marry somebody else, and you see him on Facebook, or you see him on somewhere. You see them together. You hear about it. Then you want to say that he did you wrong. You were doing all the kind of stuff for him. He went and married another woman. You seen the red flag, but you ignored it. Some of you think if you force the man and give him an ultimatum, I forgot this one. Some of you thinking you force the man and give him an ultimatum. You think that's going to work. If it does work, if you force a man or give him an ultimatum and he does marry you, he marrying you not because of you. It's because of something that you have done or you're doing. And when he get ready to move, he's going to go look at other women and stuff. It's not going to be what you think, because he didn't do it out of a good heart, and he didn't do it. He wasn't feeling good about it. He just did it for whatever reason. Some of you, and I forgot this, some of you tried to, and I forgot this, I'm sorry, my brother and sister. Some of you, not all of you, you tried to be his mama, and he resisted. How you talk to him, he might be interested, but how you talk to him, you talk to him like he's a boy, and he start resenting it. And then he go and be with another woman. The signs of that he will marry you again. He recognized that God brought you to him, meaning that he didn't have to chase you. You didn't have to chase him. If you look at some videos and listen to people, they talk about chasing. Some men say you have to chase the woman, and some women, and then some brothers now saying that the woman need to chase you. When you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, God never had a man chasing a woman. He never had a woman to chase a man. He always brought that woman into the view of the man. He always done that. And then the man did his part. He didn't waste no time. He recognized it even before the rain come up. He recognized it. That man know within a short period of time when he see you and when he talk to you, because he had the pre-preference of the type of woman, and this man following God, and God seen that this man was really into him, even though this man is imperfect, and God get this man the desires of his heart. This man see the spirit of Christ in this woman. He see her soul, how it being influenced by the spirit, and then he look at how she look in shape. Because let me tell you, men have preferences, sister, when it comes to your face and your body. Cause to get down to it, he see a future with you, right? He see a future, but he wants to see a future because he has to be attracted to you. The worst thing, like I said, it could be, like some of you sisters do, you think about other men when you're having sex with some of your husbands. Some of you do. Some men, they would think about other women, or it's bad. Some men look at pornography to be able to do something with you. You don't want that to happen. You want that man to be attracted to your spirit, your soul, and your body. He would never push you away in public. He don't mind touching you. He don't mind holding your hand. He don't mind taking pictures with you. If you say, let's take a picture, you don't even have to say, can I put this on Facebook? He don't care about that. But if it's something that he don't want public, if he say something like, I want this to be private. That's a key thing, sister. If he say something like, let's keep this private. What does private mean? You don't want nobody to have knowledge of it. Why does he want to keep your relationship private? If it's public, that's a man that more than likely desire to marry you. It's gonna be known. He shares hopes, dreams, and goals and fear with you. He constantly checking on you, see, are you good? Do you need anything? And then he'll throw in the wants. He give you a lot of attention. He really does give you a lot of attention. He point blank made an aggressive move, and he started talking about he wants to get married to you. He will leave you with no doubt, and he wants to get married to you. And I'm telling you, listen before I close this out. We men, we know early whether we want to marry you. We put you all in category, like y'all put us in category. We put you in category when we look at you, when we look in your eyes, when we look in your face. We know where we're gonna put you at. Temporary, just to sleep with you, or try to get something out of you. Sleep with you and get your resources. That's pure using you. Another form of using you, temporary, long term. Live with you, you live with me. I give you a ring, but I'm not going to marry you. I give you the illusion that I want to marry you. But I'm not going to marry you. I'll let you make yourself look like a fool out there. I will do that. I will let you look like a fool. That's how some guys be. I let you look like a fool. I didn't tell you to go out there running your mouth. I didn't tell you to show everybody the ring. That was supposed to be between you and I. But now you want to tell your family, you want to tell your friends, and now you put it on social media. Now you got to live with the ridicule what happened behind your back. You've been with this man 10, 15, 20 years, and he still won't marry you. You will have no doubt because this man was planning on marrying you. And I'm telling you, sisters, listen to me. We know whether we want to marry you with less than a year. It really don't take a year for us to know. We know within a short period of time. Listen, we know within a short period of time. We know within a short period of time. We know within a short period of time whether you are the one that we see ourselves with a future. Being together in the future. We see it. We see it clearly. Don't play the victim, sister. You're wasting your time when you're going through all these hopes and dreams when you get to a man. That's why I'm telling you, when you get into that dating, you need to ask those questions on the first date. Don't let it linger on. You're wasting your time, and brother, you wasting her time if you know you're going to mislead her. If you're just trying to set that woman up to use her. You know what you want with that woman. I know some of you brother angry at me because I have opened up the book and let them know that we know within a short period of time what we desire from you. Yeah, we know. We know. With that said, I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters. Always remember that. I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters. Sister Flo said, no more fried chicken, mashed potato, and gravy, sweet tea, no cornbread. All right. Thank you, Sister Sharon. I hope that I open you sisters up to something. Brothers, I hope that you learn something because you're supposed to be the head and leader of the relationship. You brothers know that I'm telling the truth. You know that I'm telling the truth. We know what we're doing when it comes to women. Like they know stuff, we know it too. All right?